why Cleveland? Of all the places in the world and all the startup communities in the world, why are you doing this here in Cleveland, besides the fact that you both happen to live here?
Well, we had an interesting conversation earlier, because that question comes up a lot. And I think the answer that is probably most compelling is that when you're building a startup, the intellectual property is a key part of that startup. And 90% of the intellectual property is in the minds of the people working there. And one of the great things about Cleveland is the turnover rate is extraordinarily low. When my company was acquired years ago, and they came in, they asked what your turnover was. And it was like one person out of 50 in 18 months. I mean, it was absurd. And they just, no, that can't be possible. Because you're coming from California, where you may have a 20% turnover rate, where people are walking out the door every other day. Here, people stay, and there's for a lot of reasons, a much higher retention and loyalty. And that, when intellectual property goes up and down the elevator every day, is extremely important for continuity and progress. That's one key reason.
And another couple of reasons to add are, the capital structure and the cost to building a business here in Cleveland is so much lower than building it in Palo Alto or New York. And that's really critical for an early stage startup where everything is focused on reducing the burn and making that small amount of money stretch as long as it can. So I think a lot of our companies found that they could make their capital last much longer here in Cleveland than in other places.
And if you're an entrepreneur trying to get the attention of a Fortune 500 company, it's way easier in Cleveland than it is in New York or San Francisco.
The pond is smaller.
And the noise level,
your size as a fish is bigger, relatively.
Absolutely, and the noise level is so much lower that where a startup here in Cleveland gets their attention rather than just adds to the noise level.